19 First Alert forecast. Certified most accurate since 2004.
Eating after dark is kind of tricky because you get on your couch, you start watching TV, and then before you know it, you got a bowl of ice cream next to you. You don't know what to do.
You never know. You got to watch out for that. But hey, eating after dark, you're going to be shifting the hours, right, with the time change coming tonight. So this time tomorrow, it's going to look a lot darker out here. The sun still will have not risen yet. But either way, right now we are bright out there. Just got about a dusting or so of snow in downtown Cleveland, but heading farther south, reports coming in from parts of Stark County of up to 4 inches of snow. So we saw a persistent band of some heavier snow that fell across some of our southern areas yesterday evening through the early portion of the night, and that left a lot more snow in areas. Either way, though, the sun is coming back out later on, aside from a few flakes this morning, and we're going to be enjoying that sunshine. Where the sunset today is still at 6:25. The sun rose at 6:49, but tomorrow not seeing that sunrise until 7:47. So going to have to get used to some darker mornings for a little while before we continue to gain daylight through the summer solstice in June. But the sunset tomorrow will be at 7:26, so enjoying at least that daylight later in the evening. Today we're still going to be on the chilled side. 35 degrees despite the sunshine coming out. We have a wind that'll be shifting direction from the northwest to the southwest slowly throughout the day, and it's only around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's your forecast. Temperatures in the 20s this morning, but we'll get to the mid-30s this afternoon. Not much of a warm-up at all, but with the higher March sun and that sunshine coming out and temperatures a few degrees above freezing, it does quite a bit of work into melting that snow. So if you only have a dusting, it'll pretty much be gone by the end of the day. If you do have a couple inches or so, may not take until tomorrow to fully melt that. Either way, though, temperatures are below freezing right now, 29, 30 degrees. Feels a little bit colder with the wind. Feels only like 19 in Akron right now, as well as up in Ashtabula. Feels like 17 in Sandusky and also 19 in Mansfield, but the breeze, fortunately, not too strong. So still a lot of clouds out there. There may be some flurries as well going undetected by the radar rolling off the lake, but it's not much. Our system is gone, and high pressure will continue to move in, providing us some drier weather. So First Alert Future View pretty quiet here in the near term. We are chilled today. Temperatures staying in the 30s. I don't want to rule out a few flurries coming off the lake overnight. There'll be another weak system. I'd say most of that stays into Pennsylvania, but we'll watch parts of the snow belt locally. Not really much accumulation with that. And then we will start the day near 30 degrees tomorrow. More sunshine on your Sunday, and we're back to near 50 for the afternoon, and above normal days are ahead for a lot of this week. So chilled today, our chilliest of the next several. 35, 5 to 10 mile per hour winds, decreasing clouds after some flakes early on. Tonight, not nearly as cold. We'll fall to near 30 degrees with an increasing southwest breeze, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Few flakes possible in the snow belt, otherwise dry out there under a partly cloudy sky. Here's a look at your First Alert 7-day. Couple things to notice. What do you not see anything of here? Any more rain or snow chances outside of the flakes early this morning? So good week for a car wash, and also definitely some warmer temperatures up to the 60s on Tuesday as well as on Friday. Now Monday and Thursday you need to put an asterisk there because there's a potential for a lake breeze setting up. So right along the lake shore will likely stay chillier, but the farther south you are, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some 60s on Monday and Thursday as well. Either way though, warmer days ahead, a very springy pattern setting up. And our next chance for rain may not be until next weekend.